Got the first 2 rounds loaded. Here we go. The very first shots with the 1892. It works. So that got us our very first shots with the 3220 here on steel. After seeing how that bore looked, after we scoped it in the last episode, I wanted to make sure I could even hit steel. I guess I'm at 35 to 40 yards. I'm going to shoot a couple on the big steel. I'm going to shoot a couple on the little steel. And you know what? I don't have to guess. I'll break out my rangefinder and we'll see exactly how far we are. Here we go. It runs. Now, we'll take it over to the big range and we'll see how it prints on paper. So y'all sit back, kick your feet up, enjoy the ride. Okay, so I broke out my SIG rangefinder and I said we were 35 to 40 yards and rangefinder saying 41.6 to the big one, 36.6 to the little one. Not too shabby. Take you over, show you something with the rifle real quick. Okay, so here we are again in the bright light. We can see how the finish is a very interesting brownish plum. But years ago, my wife got me this leather scabbard, and it just happens to work fine for that rifle. I need to take it to a tack shop because it needs to be stitched back up, but pretty slick. Okay, so we're going to grab our stuff. We're going to run over to the big range. Let's real quick see how this grouped, considering there was little to no rifling left. And then we'll see how it shoots. The load I'm shooting out of that is a 90 grain lead bullet with 2.7 grains of Trail Boss. It's a nice gentle load for my 3220 revolvers. So we put 5 shots on the steel here. I was holding here, hitting here. Well, that was obviously me jerking the trigger once. And let's take a look over here at the small one. Small one, I think I was aiming lower because I hit lower, but I was also transitioning between the large target and the small target pretty quickly. Okay, we'll slide over to the rifle range, put up a target, and see how this rifle prints. So next time you see me, we'll be on the big range. Yeah, these are the 115 flat points. I want to shoot those second. Okay, loading the right ones. 95 grain round nose. I think we're going to see how many this holds. That's 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. I'm going to say it looks like 7 because I can't get the gate open. Now, is that really 7 or is that an issue with the gun? I don't know. Ears in, even though it sounds like a suppressed rifle. Shot of coffee. Can't believe I just called it coffee when it's actually accuracy juice. And we're going to see if this will get up on that dot. It will. Okay, so I've got that dot set up towards the top of the target just in case these puppies are running way low. Iron sights, 100 yards, 3-inch dot, 2.5 grains of trail boss. Definitely getting positive ejection. Okay, that's 7 rounds down range. It just dawned on me I shot those with my seeing glasses, not my shooting glasses. So this will be interesting. Okay, I'm going to grab a marker. We're going to run down. We're going to see where those hit. And then we'll try the 115s and see how they do. Okay, we're almost here. It'd be embarrassing if I didn't even hit the target. Wow. Let me shut this down. Pretty sure we fired 7 shots. I only see 6 holes. But then again, they're really powder puff. So I was aiming up here. We hit down here. How much of that was me shooting with my seeing glasses? How much of that is the rifling gone? If anything, I would suspect one may have dropped down into the ballistic wall, but I don't see anything there. Okay, let me mark these with the marker. And we're going to try the 115s. Those are loaded a little bit more for a rifle, I think. And we'll see what happens. Okay, so I marked those hits with the marker. And we'll reload with the 115s. We'll try that again. I'll probably even put on my shooting glasses instead of my seeing glasses. And yeah, how much of that is just the plinking load, how much of that is the seeing glasses, and how much of that is the condition of the bore. And for those who didn't see the borescope video, I'll put at least a still of the what the bore looks like somewhere right in here. Yeah, 100 and some years, 111 years of use. Who knows how many black powder rounds, who knows how many corrosive primer rounds took its toll. Okay, we're almost back to the firing line. Give me a minute to get my shooting glasses and we'll try again with the 115s. So this batch of 115s, I load it with 3.5 grains of HP 38. 3, 4, 6, 7, just make sure, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The first time I loaded it up, I could only get 7 rounds in. This time I got 11 rounds in. So, what I am going to have to do, I didn't want to, but I'm going to have to. I am going to have to completely disassemble the gun so I can clean that magazine tube. Obviously, there's some crud in the magazine tube, and we want to get that cleaned out, preserve the gun a little bit. Okay, so this time we're going to shoot 11 rounds of 115 flat nose lead bullet with a 3.5 grains of HP 38 powder. Quick shot of accuracy juice. Oh, I forgot to change my glasses. Let me get my shooting glasses on. There we go, shooting glasses are on. Should be able to see that sight a little clearer now because, well, strong eye set for the sight. Glasses are clear rather than dark. And I'm even broke out the chronograph because I want to see what these are running. Okay, hey, look at that, the front sight's even clearer. (1,056 feet per second). (1,039). Okay, we're in the 1,000-foot range. We're gonna let it roll. Man, this thing launches the brass. Garmin tells me this is the last shot going. Oh, that warmed the barrel up. Be interesting to see how that groups. So our 11-shot average, 1,048.6 feet per second, 34.7 for extreme spread, and a 10.8 standard deviation. For a pistol powder, low dose load in black powder, thin wall brass, I'll take that. I'm going to polish my brass so I can save it. It's hard to find. Then we'll go down and see how those 11 shots look. And there you go. So you can see 1037.7 for the last shot. Our extreme spread, or our standard, our average was 1048.6. Also, just to show you how rough that rifle is on the brass. Look what it did to the case mouths. Every one of them's boogered up. Well, this will be interesting. Let's see how well the 3.5 grains of HP 38 function in the 111-year-old gun. I can see a group already, so bring you back in a second. Well, I think the rifling is gone. Oh, we got a keyhole. We got a keyhole. We got a hit. That may be a keyhole and a hit. We know we shot 11 rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So some of these have got to be hits and keyholes, I would think. So the grip I was saying was actually these here, and I thought those were doubles. So 1, 2. If we look at this one, that's a flat, that's round, that's a hit and a keyhole. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and that's a round hit right there, 11. Yeah, unfortunately, I think the rifling shot on that rifle, but that's okay. It's not like I plan on hunting with it, but looks good. It's something I wanted, just not something I'll really be able to use. But it makes a great companion for my 32-20 revolvers. Cool. Let's pull this target and head on back. Well. When we saw how the bore looked when we scoped it, I didn't think we were going to really have much success with shooting groups, but I had to try because, well, you never know until you've tried. I can keep shooting this rifle. I can shoot it in at close range, shoot it on a little bit of steel once in a while. Not going to take it out hunting. Don't think I'll ever try the ladder sight. Again, if we crank that up, well, we'll put it right there about 15. That's some serious angle. And if we go all the way up to 20 or 2, you're mortaring them in. But it's the chance you take when you buy at auction, especially online auction. There was no way for me to inspect this ahead of time. In fact, nobody, even people local to the auction, weren't able to inspect guns. But that's okay. That's part of the hunt. Something I wanted, I now have it. Just a little bit disappointed that it doesn't shoot the way I would like it to, but it does still shoot, and I still have the ability to make ammo for it, so I can do some light plinking with it. I think I really like this 3.5, 3.6 grains of HP 38 pistol round, or pistol powder. It seems to run really good, at least as far as velocity-wise. I might try to see if I can cast a slightly bigger 32 caliber bullet. That may help it. I should probably slug the bore to see if there's what the actual diameter of the bore is, and then we can go from that. There may still be the ability to shoot from a decent group with this rifle. But just looking at the bore, looking at the groups here, shooting 650, 700 feet per second, the bullets were flying true. That was with the 90 grainers. The 115 grainers running 1,040, almost 1,050 feet per second. With the little bit of rifling that's left in there, I suspect that 1,050 feet per second may just be stripping them right down the bore. And that's why they're keyholing and tumbling so bad. So I could try knocking the load down, get them a little bit slower. Maybe they'll shoot fine. We'll see. But I really like this rifle. Like I said, it makes a great companion for my 32-20 revolvers, which in hindsight, I should have brought one of those out today too, but I didn't. John at Tolliver's, thank you for pointing me in the right direction to at least get a gun that I've always wanted. And one thing I noticed about this rifle, and all of my I shouldn't say all my 32-20s, at least two of my 32-20 revolvers have bulged barrels from squib rounds in the past. Whether they were reloaded squib rounds, dud black powder rounds, who knows. I see no evidence of bulged bore on this rifle, so that's a plus. I suppose there's also the ability I could get a rifle smith, if there's any left, that could bore and sleeve this barrel and keep it mostly original and turn it back into a good shooter. But I'm not going to do that. We're going to keep it as is. I can clean it back up now. See about getting that scabbard restitched at the tack shop. Call it good. Okay, well, I'm going to put my brass away. I'm going to put my toys away. I'm going to put the gun away. I'm going to put the cameras away. And I'm going to go get in the truck and put the air conditioner on because it's only like 9:30 in the morning and it is stinking hot already. I really appreciate y'all hanging with me. As always, Halfmilesniper reminding you, carry everywhere you can. Get a CCW if you need one. If it's a constitutional carry state, get a CCW anyways. Never know, you may travel. It's nice to have that king's permission when you're someplace where they really don't like guns. And with everything going on right now, you really need to have a gun with you everywhere you go. So, thanks for hanging with me. I appreciate it. We're over 5,400 subscribers now. On our way to 10,000. Keep commenting, liking, subscribing, sharing with your friends, and we'll get there. So, until next time, as always, Halfmilesniper reminding y'all, stay safe, keep shooting. We'll catch you next time.
Send it. Hit.